You're listening to Improv-ing Business on Web Talk Radio, where personal and business finance take a front row seat. I'm Brandon.
Hey, this is Rick.
And today we'll be talking about Big Consumer Decisions Part 1. Buying a house.
Big consumer decisions.
Big. Because even buying a little house is a big decision. And today it's going to be part 1 of our big consumer decisions, the second of which will cover cars, which is the other big ticket item that most people have to deal with.
And what I really hate to do is buy a car.
Buying a car is like walking through a minefield, as is buying a house. It's one of the scariest financial decisions for anyone, especially if they're buying their first home, is getting a good house. I mean, most people's value is tied up in where they live.
Yeah, you hear so many horror stories of people buying a house and finding out that there's things wrong with it that are substantial.
Yeah.
Foundations.
Termites.
The worst ones I've heard are here in California, like Laguna Beach, house slides.
Mudslides.
Yeah, mudslides. The house starts cracking and, oh, God, I can't believe it. It's such a terrible thing for people to go through.
Your house is on a gate to the underworld. That's a one you don't hear very often, but it's a pretty serious one if you have it.
Is that Amity Hill
horror?
Horror, yeah, that's kind of like
probably, yeah.
But what will make this episode unique is that we are actually going to talk about our current experiences of buying a house and what we're doing. In the next episode, when we talk about buying a car, we're going to talk about my experiences of going through and buying a car currently. So both of these are happening right now as we speak, that we're going through a house purchasing situation. And Brandon can tell you more about that, what we're doing.
Yeah, we're actually doing this podcast in a house that we're looking at with a realtor looking very angry at us.
That would be great.
Yeah, actually, this is my brother and I, Devin's, first foray into the real estate market. And we are looking for our first house together. Also with the help of our parents, who are both savvy buyers of houses from their experience in the past.
After a couple of drinks, especially.
Yeah. And specifically in our case, we're looking for a duplex, because that's a great way to invest in your first home, a duplex or a multifamily property, because your tenants can help you pay the mortgage. And so you're not paying so much every month as the people who are owning the house for the first time. So we have a couple of requirements for this house because, we're men about town, and that town is Los Angeles. And so we can't be looking out in, Placentia or the desert, the Mojave Desert or Nevada.
Not that Placentia and the Mojave Desert are the same thing.
No. Those are two different examples. But we're looking for places in the Los Angeles area. Around the northern Los Angeles area, because that's where a lot of our business that my brother and I work at, the places we work are. And specifically, we're looking for a duplex or a triplex with a maximum price of $600K.
Yeah, and so if you're back east, maybe in Tennessee or Nebraska, something like that, you may say, $600,000.
Yeah. That's a plantation house.
That's right. I mean, I've seen some homes for $600,000 in Kingston, Tennessee, and they're absolutely gorgeous and huge and on a lake and a view and a boat slip. And you don't find that here.
No.
I don't think you get a boat slip in Highland Park, right?
Well, the Echo Park, there's that lake.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, Los Angeles is a very pricey area of the country as far as property goes.
And the reason why we're going in with them is because Devin just graduated from college. He's a jazz musician. He's making a living. Brandon's making a living. He just graduated from a graduate school in creative writing. And so they really don't have any history of credit. And so it's very hard to buy a house when you don't have any credit history. And so there are some examples that you can do that will help you, that we'll get into a little bit later. But in our case right now, we're going to share the down payment with them, and that they're going to move into the house and, operate the house and get the renter, and we'll do all the repairs and work on it.
Yeah, since I have experience doing that as having been a property manager at another place.